Nairobi.
Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm a 737 pilot and a member of PMDG's tech team. Today we are going to do another video in the non-normal series, this time featuring the new 737-900ER. And as you guys know, the 900ER is quite prone to tailstrike due to its long fuselage, so we are going to do just that today. So the rotation of this one is not something you should learn anything from, but instead it is a demonstration of what should not happen, and I'm going to give you a couple more details at the very end of the video about what exactly is going to happen. In this video I will act as both captain, first officer and cabin crew, and the air traffic control is coming from VATSIM Germany, who are doing an excellent job over here. So this one is going to be an exciting story, and let's jump right into the scenario. We're currently at the holding point for runway 25 center in Frankfurt Airport, and we are configured for flaps 1 takeoff for a very short flight with KLM 737 from Frankfurt to Amsterdam. KLM 40 Yankee, ready for departure.
Turkish 9237, monitor Unicom 1228.
Okay, there is one on approach over there. I guess it's probably going to be our turn after him.
KLM 40 Yankee, that's copied. Did you have the incoming Airbus 319 from Lufthansa inside? Runway 25 center?
KLM 40 Yankee, firm traffic inside.
Lufthansa, correction. KLM 40 Yankee, behind that mentioned traffic lineup, runway 25 center, and wait behind.
KLM 40 Yankee, behind the mentioned traffic, which has passed us already, lineup runway 25 center, behind.
Radar, it's Lufthansa 8 Whiskey from Red.
Okay, I just added full phrase here. Let's just pass us, just to be sure there is no second one.
120.8, thank you, bye-bye.
Lufthansa 3 Juliet Tango, ready to copy?
I'm ready to copy.
Lufthansa 3 Juliet Tango, information whiskey, current startup is approved, clear to Istanbul, Zulu 3 Sierra departure, runway 18, climb by a set 4,000 feet, flight plan route,
score before takeoff check is below the line. MCP, set, transponder, TARA, strobe lights on, holding at landing lights.
Lufthansa 3 Juliet Tango, read back correct for pushback, call Langenradar 120.8, bye-bye. KLM 40 Yankee, wind 180 degrees 8 knots, runway 25 center, cleared for takeoff.
KLM 40 Yankee, runway 25 center, cleared for takeoff. Landing lights on, before takeoff check is complete.
Turn left heading 200, you overshoot the localizer.
Timing.
Lot 122, radar contact 4,000 feet, climb flight level 190.
Stabilized. Set takeoff thrust.
Ryanair 35 Sierra Tango, contact Langenradar 120.8, bye-bye.
Takeoff thrust set, indications
Ryanair
normal.
35 Sierra Tango, contact Langen 120.8, bye-bye.
Check.
120.8, bye-bye. 7 Victor Charlie. Monitor Unicom. One to 2.8, bye-bye.
Gear up.
Area 31 Whiskey Victor Langen.
Go ahead for 31 Whiskey Victor.
Line 31 Whiskey Victor, when ready for taxi, call Langenradar 120.8, bye-bye.
For taxi 120.8, bye-bye, thank you.
Last station calling, only static noise, check your microphone.
Mount 8.
7278, leaving my
Back up.
airspace, Unicom 128, bye-bye.
128.
Wings 24 Tango, you're leaving my airspace, monitor Unicom 128, bye-bye. Lufthansa 3 Echo Juliet, monitor Unicom 128,
Flaps up.
bye-bye.
Speed check, flips up.
Battery 006, confirm you have the runway 25 left inside. Battery 006, get visual approach 25 left.
Good standard. Passing 35 times 70 off the takeoff checklist.
Qatari 006, runway 25.
Okay, air condition and pressurization 1.7, slightly climbing, and set. Altimeters.
KLM 40 Yankee,
Standard.
radar contact 4,400 feet, climb flight level 240.
KLM 40 Yankee, climb flight level 240. Set. 240 checked. VNAV.
Hello, Rolling for Hotel, radio check.
Rolling for X-ray Hotel, Langen Radar, readability 5.
Okay, that was a triple chime. You controlled your radios, and I will take the call. Hello, this is the captain. Hello there, this is Jeremy, the number 1. Captain, I have a PAA briefing for you. Report ready, copy. Okay, I am ready, copy. So, on the takeoff, the number 2 and 3 heard a scraping sound and a loud bang from the back. There is no noticeable damage to the aircraft, but there is a whistling sound from around the door seals. The cabin is secure and nobody's injured. Okay, that is understood. You heard a loud bang from the back of the aircraft during the takeoff and a scraping sound. No noticeable damage, but there is some whistling sounds around the door seals. Cabin is okay, and there are no injuries. I will call you back. Okay. So, did you hear what the number 1 just told us? Yes. Okay, I've stopped the climb over here. Let's do the Tailstrike non-normal checklist, and I will make a quick call to ATC that we've stopped our climb. Langen KLM 40 Yankee.
For further ATC on Langen radar 120-18.
Last station calling, say again please.
Okay, they seem busy. Let's do the Tailstrike on takeoff non-normal checklist in the meantime. And we have a master caution there, that is air conditioning off scheduled descent. Okay, we can cancel that for now. Langen KLM 40 Yankee.
KLM 40 Yankee, pass a message.
KLM 40 Yankee, we stopped the climb at flight level 73. We heard a loud bang on the takeoff. It's a possible tail strike. We will call you back with further intentions.
KLM 40 Yankee, copy.
Okay, tail strike on takeoff non-normal checklist. Condition, the tail hits the runway on takeoff. Yeah, that seems to be pretty much what they said. So, pressurization mode selector, manual. Manual. Outflow valve switch, hold and open until the outflow valve position indicates fully open. And there is a caution, do not pressurize the airplane due to possible structural damage. Okay, it did start pressurizing, but... So hold and open until the valve shows fully open. If it's fine with you, I'm going to depressurize the plane slowly.
Airspace, monitor Unicom 128, bye-bye.
Unicom 128, thank you.
Condor 2363, contact Langen Radar 120.8, bye-bye.
Okay, make sure the cabin doesn't climb too quickly.
Skybase 1312,
1,000 feet per minute maximum.
November, Oscar, Mike, Bravo, Oscar.
Okay, that looks good to me. Plan to land at the nearest suitable airport. Okay, that's the Tailstrike and takeoff non-normal checklist complete.
X-ray Hotel, radar contact, flight level 250, climb flight level 350.
So, let's quickly analyze the situation. Looks like we actually had a Tailstrike on our takeoff. There is a sign for possible damage there, because the cabin crew reports that they hear that sound from the door seals. Apart from that, we can't see any sign of actual pressurization damage. The cabin pressure is currently controllable. However, we will be flying with uncontrolled cabin altitude, which means that the actual aircraft's cabin rate of climb and rate of descent is going to reflect directly on the passengers. Currently the cabin altitude is controllable, climbing at 900 feet a minute. We're going to keep it like that.
Bravo. Very well. Welcome on a frequency.
But we can't climb above level 100, so flying on towards Amsterdam is not really an option. Apart from that, we have Frankfurt close by. We have Cologne close by. In the south we have Stuttgart. Let's quickly get the latest weather from Frankfurt once again. And I will quickly talk to ATC in the meantime. KLM 40 Yankee, Pan. We had a Tailstrike on takeoff. We have to depressurize the aircraft and request vectors to stay in the vicinity of Frankfurt. We will probably have to return to Frankfurt, but we will keep you up to date on that.
KLM 40 Yankee, the Pan is copied, and the Tailstrike on departure, and yeah, continue as filed. And did you want to maintain flight level 70 at the moment?
KLM 40 Yankee, A firm, request to maintain flight level 70.
KLM 40 Yankee, maintain flight level 70.
Maintain level 70, KLM 40 Yankee. Okay, set, 70 checked, level change. Okay, continue as filed is what they say, so we'll just continue straight ahead at the moment. So, I would say Frankfurt, we just came from there, we have handling, there is also engineering available, long runway. Let's have a quick listen into the weather.
Wind 180 degrees 8 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers clouds. Scattered 400 feet.
Easy
Broken
64 Romeo Bravo,
1,600 feet.
descent flight level 3,
Broken
10.
2,400 feet. Temperature 9. 2.9. QNH 1013.
Galileo
Trend.
02, you're
Nose.
leaving my airspace, monitor
Frankfurt
Unicom
information
128,
whiskey.
bye bye.
Out.
Okay, so they have scattered clouds at 400, everything is within the landing minima. I would say we return to Frankfurt.
Lot 122, negative, Delta Sierra 513.
Okay, and that actually sounds good to me as well. So the decision is made, we're going to return to Frankfurt. I will advise ATC.
Langen radar, good morning, Ryanair 35 Tango, reaching flight level 90 with you.
Ryanair 35 Sierra Tango, Langen Radar, hello again.
FMC message, unable to 50 knots at RTIP, cancel that.
360.
Continue flying flight level 360, Ryanair 350 Tango.
Langen, KLM 40 Yankee.
KLM 40 Yankee, go ahead.
KLM 40 Yankee, due to the Tailstrike we cannot continue to Amsterdam. Our decision is to return to Frankfurt. We will need approximately 5 minutes to prepare. We will only be able for very shallow descent rates as we are flying unpressurized. And we will call you back when we are ready for the approach. Request vectors to maintain in the vicinity of Frankfurt.
KLM 40 Yankee, that's copied, diversion to Frankfurt, and only low rate of descent possible due to depressurization. Turn right heading 070 degrees.
KLM 40 Yankee, turn right heading 070 degrees. Okay, heading select, and I will talk to the cabin crew. Number 1 to the flight deck. Captain of flight deck number 1 standing by, and Captain of flight deck number 2 standing by. Okay, this is the NITS briefing. Report ready, copy, and please listen carefully. We are ready, copy, and listen carefully. Okay, we had a Tailstrike on departure. We will be flying unpressurized, so you will feel some strong rates of change in the cabin pressure. We are going to return to Frankfurt, and we will be landing there in approximately 15 minutes. There is no SOS demo required, please read back. Okay, so we are going to return to Frankfurt. We might feel some pain in our ears, and landing back in Frankfurt in 15 minutes, no SOS demo. That is correct, and I will do a PA to the passengers now.
Easy 64 Romeo Bravo, leaving my airspace, monitor Unicom 1228, bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. As you may have noticed, we had a minor technical malfunction on our takeoff from Frankfurt. We will be returning to Frankfurt, where we are going to land in approximately 15 minutes. Our airline is currently preparing a replacement aircraft for you that is going to bring you towards Amsterdam as quickly as possible. In the meantime, we would like to ask you for your full attention to the cabin crew, as they are going to prepare the cabin for the arrival. Thank you very much for your attention, and we call you back.
Please advise about your pen situation.
KLM 40 Yankee, turn right heading 090 and 120.8. Thank you very much for your help. Bye-bye.
Yoke 190 is clear to Fox, pursue Tailstrike Golf, Zulu, clear on the front 5, speed and scope, 204.
Berrien 31 Whiskey Victor, no, contact Lang Radar 123.27, sighted, holidays, goodbye. 123.275, Merry Christmas, thank you, sir.
Lang Radar, hello, Pan KLM 40 Yankee, flight level 70, heading 090.
KLM 40 Yankee, Lang Radar identified. So you need some more track miles?
KLM 40 Yankee, firm, we need approximately 5 track miles.
Copy 5 track miles, KLM 40 Yankee.
And KLM 40 Yankee, request to start the descent as soon as possible. We will only be able to carry out some very shallow descent rates of approximately 500 feet per minute.
KLM 40 Yankee, turn right heading 090, descent 5000 feet, QNH 1013.
KLM 40 Yankee, heading 090, descent 5000, QNH 1013. Okay, set 5000 checked, vertical speed, set altimeter 1013.
18 via November 8, November.
Let's slow the airplane down a little bit to 10 knots. Okay, so your control still. I'm going to prepare the aircraft for the return.
3460 fueling 518 via November.
This is the 80 uniform, wind 18 degrees, 8 knots, runway 25, sensor, give a takeoff.
They did not tell us any runway yet.
This is a 28 Lang Radar identified, climb via SISAT level 110.
So, starting the descent slowly, passing 6,000. The cabin is currently at 5 and a bit, but it's already steady, so I'm going to open the outflow valve fully now to depressurize the airplane entirely.
This is a 462, call you back in a second for huge traffic behind you.
KLM 40 Yankee, which approach can we expect?
Sorry, KLM 40 Yankee, expect ILS 25 left.
ILS 25 left, KLM 40 Yankee. Okay, the cabin is depressurizing. We'll do the ILS 25 left. I'll just enter 626 as reference.
Goodbye.
Using reserve fuel. Going to correct that now. Okay, let's quickly cross-track the weights. Also, if we select the flap now, cross weight 56.1, that doesn't look right. We had a zero fuel weight of almost 61 tons or something. Let's see that. Oh, that's why. Zero fuel weight 51.7, we had 61.7. Okay, let's insert that. So we've been missing 10 tons for our takeoff weight. That explains what has happened. Okay, 66.1, that looks more accurate. So let's have a quick look into the approach chart, see what we're about to do. Okay, so minimum's 562. The weather is quite good, so we won't need any corrections.
wind 18 degrees 8 knots, runway 25 left, clear to land.
25 left, dead line, Condor 336.
Star Trek 444, Langenräder, good morning. Wind Frankfurt 180 degrees 8 knots, QNH 1013, active runway.
Here we are. Okay, are you ready for the approach briefing? Yes, ready. So, threats for the arrival. We're flying unpressurized, so rapid changes of cabin pressure are definitely a problem. Especially in case of go-around, high rates of climb will lead to high rates of climb of the cabin as well.
40 Yankee, turn right heading 160.
And for the Yankee, right hand 160. And so that will mean that we might feel some pain in the ears there, so be prepared for that to happen. Apart from that, I don't have any threats. So in the FMC, I have inserted nothing in the descent page, nothing in the forecast page as well. For the fixed page, we'll take runway 25 left with a 10-mile ring and a 4-mile ring. Actually a 5-mile ring. High on above 10 is copied. Okay, for the approach itself, it's the ILS 25 left, that is on the chart 11-5, effective 4th of November. And frequency is 111.15, set active both sides. Course is 247, minimum 562. In case of a missed approach, we climb on the runway track until 5.5 DME, Fox Mike. And that's the echo point. And then join the radial 242 outbound until 8 miles, then left to Charlie VOR. So for the setup, I'll take Frankfurt Main initially on my side and Charlie VOR on your side. Okay, for the landing itself, let's see, we are burning 200 kilos, that's a landing weight of 65.2. And we'll take a flap 30 landing on this one using auto brakes 3. We will be able to taxi the airplane, so we can vacate the runway. However, I would say...
KLM 40 Yankee, turn right heading 180, descent 4,000 feet.
KLM 40 Yankee, right hand 180, descent 4,000 feet. That.
And KLM 40 Yankee, how much check must you still need?
KLM 40 Yankee, we are able to start the approach now. Okay, vertical speed, 350 feet a minute. And that's pretty much it. Okay, we'll vacate the runway as normal. And then we'll just taxi to the gate so that they can offload the passengers. And I have no reason to suspect that we would be unable to taxi the airplane.
Thank you.
That's it. Any questions? Okay, descent checklist. Pressurization.
Lufthansa 3 Juliet Tango via November South. Wind 1.
Okay, let's just reset this.
Via November South.
We're in manual anyway, but nonetheless. Land out 350, anti-ice, on.
2 for Echo behind departing company 820.
Approach briefing fuel discussed, EF null box checked and set. And that's the approach checks complete. Sorry, the descent checks complete. KLM 40 Yankee, we're able to start the approach.
KLM 40 Yankee, turn right heading 260 degrees to intercept ILS 25 left, ILS 25 left, cleared, start again. Turn right heading 260 degrees, cleared ILS 25 left.
KLM 40 Yankee, right heading 260, cleared ILS 25 left.
Condor 2363, welcome to Frankfurt, taxi via Mike.
Okay, I will call the cabin once more. Hi, this is the captain speaking. We will be landing in Frankfurt in approximately 10 minutes. Is that alright with you? Okay, please prepare the cabin and we'll be on the ground in 10 minutes. I will do the PA now. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing.
Subject 444.
Subject 444,
Okay,
lang Radar.
cabin is secure.
Subject 444, yeah, we would like to enter the Frankfurt CTR via Lima for a few low approaches to 5.
Okay, looks like we're going directly towards 623. Let's put that on top.
Subject 444, understood.
Execute.
Enter control zone via...
And we are not receiving the ILS yet, so let's go LMAF.
Enter control zone via Lima, confirm runway 25 in
Active runways 25 and QNH 1013.
QNH 1013, runway 25, subject 444.
Okay, so let's think about, have we missed anything? Is there anything extra that we could do at this point? But I don't really think so.
U-turn front and make it west. West Euro,
Let's see. We pretty much determined what caused the tailstrike there.
Echo, wind 100 degrees, 8 knots, runway 18.
High on above 10. Okay, it's 11 degrees. Let's turn the engine anti-ice off. So yeah, we had 10 tons too little weight in the init page, thus we also used 10 tons too little in the takeoff performance calculator, leading to takeoff speed being too little. That caused the tailstrike. Apart from that, I don't really see anything else here. The airplane doesn't seem to have any structural damage. The cabin is secure. They do have that little whistling sound at the back though, so there is something with the plane, but nothing drastic it seems.
346 ready for departure.
I would say that's pretty much it. Do you have any other ideas?
346 line up and right runway 18.
No,
probably not, it seems.
2363,
okay.
25 sensors and right on Lima.
So we're receiving localizer signal by now. Let's do a frisk check. Frequencies 11115, set both sides. Rings 25 left, 10-5. Idents, we have ILS Frankfurt Southwest and ILS Frankfurt Southwest. Standby instruments. Set. Courses 247, 247, 247. Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments. Second cross checked. Approach rates checked and set. Approach checklist complete.
Join. Downwind runway 25 left.
Okay, 20 miles out. Warlock armed. Localizer capture. Runway heading 247.
Das ist unser 3 Juliet Tango. Contact Langräder 123, das mit 275 goodbye. Langräder 123, 275 goodbye. Juliet Tango, 5 nach Lauflauf. Lufthansa 346, wind 1 series 9 knots, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
346 heavy, 18 clear for takeoff.
Langen radar, hello, Lufthansa 9, Lima Juliet, looking to pick up clearance please from Munich, A320, stand Bravo 43 with X-ray.
Skyline 40 Yankee, report established.
Skyline 40 Yankee established from the localizer.
Frankfurt approach, Lufthansa 172, inbound Chevy, flight level 110.
Lufthansa 172, Langräder identified.
Yeah, there's one guy flying down there. Probably the VFR guy we heard earlier for touch and goes.
Flight level 90, Lufthansa 172.
Probably in the traffic pattern. Okay, within 17 miles, below the glide, approach armed.
Star Trek 444, wind 109 degrees 9 knots, runway 25 center, clear for low approach, after low approach.
So another quick look into the non-normal checklist. But there is nothing we missed. Condition, tailored to Romeo takeoff, caution to not pressurize the plane, due to possible structural damage, pressurization mode select a manual, alpha valve hold and open until the valve indicates fully open, plan to land at the nearest suitable airport. Okay. Looks like we have done everything. Light slope alive, flaps 1.
The 9 Lima Juliet, seeking clearance up to Munich, stand Bravo 43 with information X-ray.
And we are in manual, alpha valve fully open, the cabin looks good. Wow, that's descending at a harsh rate there.
Lufthansa 346, Langräder identified, stand by a sitter.
That is more or less stable. cabin altitude looks pretty much stable. Indicator might have a problem here. The thing is currently not going down at 2,500 feet a minute, that's for sure. Glide flap capture. 5,000 feet set. KLM 40 Yankee established. Flaps 5.
Condor 2363, turn left November 8, left November, stand Victor 160.
10 degrees, about to re-enter the clouds, engine anti-ice on. Right eye. KLM 40 Yankee established.
KLM 40 Yankee, roger.
Okay, bye-bye sunlight, back into the snow.
Lufthansa 462 konnte back in the second citation on 257. Star Trek 444, extend downwind runway 25 left.
Will extend downwind 25 left, Star Trek 444.
KLM 40 Yankee, for your information, we will be able to taxi the airplane as normal, and we're looking for a remote parking position where engineering can have a look at the airplane.
Roger. This is a 462, wind 100 degrees 9 knots, runway 25 center, clear for takeoff.
Fly on above 10.
So
I'll
the
cancel
D46
that.
contact Langräder 1, 2, 3, with 275, happy holidays, goodbye. This is our 172, descent flight level 70.
Descent 70172.
Yoke 190.
This is Yoke 109, taxi holding point runway 18 via Whiskey 1.
Whiskey 1 holding point runway. Correct me, Yoke 109.
KLM 40 Yankee, flight information, citation CJ4 on downwind runway 25 left.
KLM 40 Yankee, roger, we're IMC right now. Get down, flap 15.
KLM 40 Yankee, wind 190 degrees 9 knots, runway 25 left, here to land.
40 Yankee, 25 left, clear land. Okay. Flaps 30. Use VRF plus 5 there. Okay, start switches, continuous, recall, checked, start switches. Sorry. Yeah, that's him. Okay, in case that gets an RA, we will continue. He is on a downwind and has us inside. So once again, start switches continuous, recall, checked, speed brake, arm green light, landing gear down 3 green, auto brake 3 set, flaps 30, 30, green light, landing lights on, landing checks complete.
So I want them to your microphone, check your microphone please. So the 346 contact Langräder 1, 2, 3, 275.
Lufthansa 346, contact Langräder 1, 3, 2, 275.
Approach lights inside.
1, 2, 3, 275.
And runway inside. 500, continue.
Behind KLM 737, join final runway 23.
Connecting.
Confirm 25 left.
Yes.
Project 444 will join final out to 5 left.
So the 462 Langräder identified.
Correct.
Contact Langräder 1, 2, 3, 275, actually yes, goodbye.
Continue.
Subject 444 will fly now heading 330, traffic inside, Boeing 737 at about 2,900 feet above us.
Okay,
There's no
speed
traffic
brake
above
up,
you.
thrust was normal.
Now just landed on runway 25 left.
Subject 444, roger.
Alright knots,
Yeah, we will enter holding pattern.
80 knots, manual brakes, auto brake disarm,
KLM 40 Yankee, vacate left.
60 knots, LM 40 Yankee vacating left. Okay, stopping is assured, thrust reverse is stowed.
Autotrans 109er, wind 1 degrees 9 knots, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
18 clear for takeoff, fuel transfer 9
Langen, subject 444.
Subject 444, go ahead.
Subject 444 intentions are to leave via November, proceed BFR towards Charlie and then pick up via FR. Correction to proceed to Lima.
So I say again, you want to leave via November or Lima?
Subject 444 request to leave control zone via Lima, then proceed VFR to Charlie to pick up our IFR clear.
Subject 444 proceeds direct to...
Okay, the runway is vacated, and this is where this scenario is actually going to end. From here on, we would taxi the airplane normally to the gate and do all the normal cleanup work, and then engineering would take over while the passengers would probably be offloaded and either taken to the destination by a replacement aircraft, or since it's such a short flight, probably even by buses, which might be slower than by aircraft. Which might be quicker than by aircraft. So let's talk about what actually happened then. As I did already figure out in flight, we entered a zero fuel weight that was 10 tons too little, so we entered 51.7 rather than 61.7 in the zero fuel weight, and our takeoff speeds were based on that, so they were roughly 10 knots lower than what we actually should have used. Also, due to the very short flight and low weight of the aircraft, we used flaps 1 for the takeoff, and the tail clearance is very, very little on this. So only 30 centimeters normally, and then due to the incorrect weight, we also had an incorrect trim set, which led to the nose shooting up on that rotation. And we could actually see the tail strike happening here. So we could see how the nose went all the way up to 10 degrees, which is the tail strike angle, then remained there for a little while, and then it went further up. For the purpose of the scenario, I just kept the scenario flowing as a normal line flight, so that the cabin crew would actually have to call us, because the 737NG does not have a tail strike warning system installed, and you don't really hear those sounds from the flight deck, so your only method of finding out that you had a tail strike from the flight deck would be to see the nose being stuck at the tail strike angle there before the airplane would lift up. But for the purpose of the scenario, I did what would happen in the majority of cases when this happens in real life, and that is that the cabin crew would call the flight deck and tell them, hey, we saw something, or we heard something, and then the flight deck has to determine, okay, that's a tail strike. So when something like this happens, the cabin crew is normally going to take a little while until they actually tell the flight deck. And the reason for that is that normally in the back you have cabin crew which are not that experienced. So they will initially start a discussion among themselves if what they heard is normal or not. Then after that discussion they are going to call the purser, who then has to call the flight deck. So it does take a little while. According to Boeing reference, we should climb above the MSA anyway, but not above 100. However, if we do actually climb to 100 before the cabin crew tells us, then that would be a good indicator that we need to be careful depressurizing the aircraft. So the non-normal checklist, as we read it, told us to open the outflow valve entirely. However, if you do that and you're in a situation just after takeoff, then your cabin is going to climb at a massive rate of climb. We're talking 5,000-6,000 feet per minute here, and that can severely injure the ears of everybody on board. So that's why I only opened the outflow valve to give us approximately a 1,000 feet a minute rate of climb in the cabin. In real life, I would probably have opted for even less, something in the region of about 500 feet a minute, because we do have the caution in the checklist telling us do not pressurize the airplane due to possible structural damage. However, we have to take into account the airplane is pressurized to a certain extent at that moment already. You could see on the indicator that we had roughly 3 psi differential pressure. So the airplane didn't pop up till this point, so chances are it won't if we just depressurize the airplane slowly. That's why I went for that option, depressurize the plane slowly, and then eventually managed to get the airplane down. Now the decision to return was a rather quick one, so it was kind of obvious. We couldn't continue to Frankfurt below level 100. We couldn't continue to Amsterdam below 100 as we simply had insufficient fuel for that. And Frankfurt is a big airport. There is maintenance available for all kind of aircraft types over there. So the decision was obvious to return to Frankfurt. That's why we could skip a little bit of that decision-making model, because there really weren't too many options there of what, too many good other options there. So in the end, what can we learn from this scenario? Well, the Tailstrike on takeoff checklist is a little bit tricky because it tells you to immediately depressurize the airplane. But imagine what would happen if you're above level 140 and the cabin crew only tells you then. Or maybe the cabin crew hasn't noticed at all, but only another aircraft that was standing at their holding point saw some remains of your Tailstrike or saw the ground contact. So things could take time until that information is relayed to you. And if you simply follow the checklist blindly by opening the outflow valve fully, immediately, first of all, you can cause severe pain among the passengers. And secondly, if you're above level 100, you're actually causing a decompression with that, leading you into a whole different scenario. So be careful there when depressurizing the aircraft, and get your airplane below level 100 before you do so. There is actually some Boeing guidance out there that had been published on the terms of the Tailstrike. So basically the flight crew training manual tells you a lot of things that you can do that can cause the Tailstrikes, but it is actually not going to give you too much detail about what to do afterwards. So, as you could see though, we just had to carry out these 3 steps of the checklist, and the rest of it was more or less all normal procedures, taking into account that we should descend at a very shallow descent angle. That's why I requested those track marks. Now, something that could have been done that I didn't do here was to slow the airplane to final approach speed before you begin the final descent, because the faster you fly, the faster is going to be your rate of descent on the final approach. Now, that might have been something we could have done in order to ease the pressure on the passengers' ears as we are descending on the final approach. However, the difference would not have been that great, so I decided to opt for a very normal approach on this one. A final word, because that VFI aircraft in the traffic pattern there distracted us a little bit while we were reading the landing checklist, and we were obviously in IMC, and we passed the 1000 foot gate with the landing checklist only halfly read. Now, in that situation, of course, normally you would go for a go-around and come in for a second approach. However, considering the circumstances on this one, if we went around, we would get a strong rate of climb, we would have to fly around the field, get a strong rate of descent again, but most importantly, the airplane has already been configured. So while on a normal line operation, this would have been a go-around, since the landing checklist was not complete, and therefore the stable approach criteria was not met. In this particular abnormal situation, I opted to continue beyond the landing gate nonetheless, because it was only 5 seconds of reading a landing checklist that were missing at this point, and the airplane was already fully configured. Alright, I hope that you have enjoyed this little demonstration video, and I very much look forward to hear what you guys think about it. And keep in mind, when you are finally getting that 737-900, that Tailstrike is even more a thing than in the 800 there already, so be careful there, guys. For now, thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for watching. As always, like, comment and subscribe. And if you really want to support the channel, you can do so through the Buy Me Coffee link that you can find in the video description below. For now, thank you very much for your attention, and I look forward to welcome you all again on the next one.